Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be a little bit different. I kind of wanted to come on here and just kind of let you guys know like where my head has been. I haven't done that since starting this page, and I get a lot of questions centered around what I'm doing for my mental health, for self-care, and all those things, because you guys are watching our videos and you guys are seeing the struggles that we're facing. And I know a lot of you guys kind of look at it like, oh, I couldn't go through that, I couldn't do that. Or some of you guys are looking at it like, oh, I go through the same thing and it's frustrating and it's hard. And I have been in my head since finding out that I have children that are on the spectrum. It isn't just about them. Being a parent for anyone is draining. It can take a toll on you, having to take care of another human being, and you can barely take care of yourself. I have been in this this bubble of safety, just doing what I know that I'm supposed to do, and I have been neglecting who I am as a person. And I don't want anybody else to feel like that is normal. You guys are just taking care of your kids and you're not taking care of yourself. And it's easy that way. So I understand why you would do it. It's why I do it. I've learned that I needed to set boundaries. And I never thought of it as setting a boundary with my kid, because I just pretty much thought that there was no line, there was no difference. As a parent, you can think of boundaries as the line you draw around yourself to define where you end and where your child begins. This isn't always easy, and if we're just going to be honest with it, kids are going to push your boundaries every day. Like that's how they're wired. They test us to see how far we'll go. It's in their nature. But you still have to have a line of distinction. You need to be able to know where parenting has to shift, where who you are is going to have to also be put on the forefront. So when it comes to self-care, I am now putting boundaries in that category of self-care. I find myself being very intentional as a mother and not very intentional with being a woman, being precious. So that's going to require that same dedication to myself that I have with being a parent. And that's going to include my health and my mental well-being. You know, as parents, we sometimes cross boundaries ourselves in an attempt to fix things for our children. But we have to understand that the most important job that we have as a parent is to just stay loving and also stay separate from our children. We do this by clearly defining principles and staying in our role as a parent. So we have to stick to our words, stick to what we say, and we have to let them figure out things for themselves too. And so I find myself like always like, okay, if I want Miko to learn how to put shoes on, right? Instead of me rushing out the door one day, I need to clearly set some type of boundary where I am giving myself enough time so that I'm not rushing, so that it gives her time to learn how to put her shoes on when it's time to go. But I get anxious. I get, I get worried about if I don't do this for them, if I don't keep showing them how to do it, and I find myself over functioning for them. And that's when boundaries get blurred. And this just means that I do too much for them and I kind of get in their box instead of staying in my own box. And when this happens, we forget where we end and where our children begin. I have a very hard time with letting them be their own person, even though I teach them to be their own person. And that's something that I just have to, constantly remind myself of. So I just wanted to kind of come on here and kind of, I guess this was sort of a vent for me. Sometimes I just find myself like having those hard conversations in my head, and it does help to kind of just get them out and say them out loud. If you guys are struggling with the same thing and you guys have found different things that have helped you with navigating who you are as a person separate from who you are as a parent. I would love to hear those tips. I would love to hear what you guys have experienced and what you guys have learned from your own journey as being a parent, especially for those that have older children that have been raising children for a very long time. I do just want to say that I really do appreciate you guys for always supporting us. I really do feel like you guys are like family. It means a lot. It means a lot to me when I see you guys in public and you guys share how you guys feel. It's nice to see and be around friendly faces. And so I appreciate it. We all do. And yeah, just leave your comments below. And until next time, you guys.